Hello and welcome back to Etta Financial. I am Lauren Guest, your financial unity coach, where I have a deep-rooted passion for helping wives show up into their marital finances with confidence and grace. Today, we're going to talk about something that is commonly missed. If you have been on a financial journey and fallen short, and just quit all together, or maybe you've started and you've struggled and you've started again and you've struggled, this is probably the step that you've been missing. And this one, it seems really simple, and it is simple, but you actually have to take the time to do it. So we're gonna just jump straight in here. And this all comes down to your mindset about money. So there's kind of four places that we're going to talk about. And the first step is to really think about where you learned about money and what you learned. So this oftentimes happens in the household. And maybe you learned, maybe your parents talked about money and it was in a way that was really calm, or maybe they talked about money and it was in a fighting mode. Or maybe there was strong emotions, but they didn't really talk about it. You could just feel the tension. Or maybe they didn't talk about it and there was no tension. What kind of household did you grow up in when it came to money? How did your parents talk about money? How did they teach you about money? The second thing to consider is what your experiences have taught you between then and now. So most of you are out of the house for some time now, and you're married and you have built your own life and you have experienced some things between living in your home and now. So you've experienced some things for yourself that have made you have some beliefs about money. How The third thing is to think about really how those two things, what you learned about growing up about money and what you learned through your experiences with money, what beliefs has that instilled in you about money? So writing down what kind of things this has made you believe. Maybe it's made you believe that there's never enough, or maybe it's made you believe like that there's always enough, another opportunity. What has it really made you believe? And how do those beliefs match up with scripture? Is it a point blank lie from the enemy? Or is it something that's serving you and is rooted in scripture? What do those beliefs, how do they line up? How did you get them, and how do they line up with scripture? And the fourth thing is that you'll do is really talk about how those beliefs and how we can rewire those if needed, or really strengthen those in scripture. How do we go forward? What do we need to do next? And so I really encourage you to get out a journal and talk through these things and think through these things and be writing them down. The first one, we'll do an example. Here's an example. So say that you grew up in a household and they never talked about money. There was never any negative emotions about money. Like it was just kind of just unaware. Like it's just kind of in la la land. Like it was a taboo topic. Nobody talked about it, and everything was fine. And then you went to college and maybe you took out loans, student loans to go to college. And there was some people on the campus that were giving out credit cards and free money, they were talking to you about it. And then you graduated from college and you had student loans, you had your credit card debts. That you graduated and you went to college because everybody told you that you were going to get a better paying job if you got this education. And so you went into all this debt for this education and all this debt with the credit cards, because who wants to stay at home on Saturday night? Whenever you have a credit card, just go on out. So those experiences, you graduated and you have a job making $30,000 a year, not 80, like you thought you were going to, like they told you were going to. You started making $30,000 a year, and that's not going to cover your bills. So there was some sort of tragedy. That may have been your experience. Well, so now you believe there's not enough. There's not enough. There's not enough money. There's not enough time. You are in a hustle, scarcity, fearful mentality. Those do not line up with scripture. But obviously, you still have to make a plan going forward. And so how to have those beliefs, how to create your beliefs, how to trust in God, and how to go forward in a way that is going to serve you, serve your finances, serve your marriage in a way that is much more cohesive. So this is the first part, and we're gonna talk some more about this. So y'all stay tuned and subscribe. There's a link. Click my picture over here, and you can subscribe to this channel so that you get to learn anything else that comes out. Y'all have a wonderful day.